Okay, so this is the IMATS NYC 2013 haul, and this is actually my first video that I've ever done, so it's kind of cool. It's going to be an IMATS haul. So yeah, there go the bags. Ah! Ah! That's how excited you get when we pulled up to like out front of IMATS. I almost like lost my mind, but it was my first time going, so I was really excited. So this is all of the stuff I got. You kind of can't see this stuff, but I'll be picking it up to show you whatever the sun's in the way. Okay, so this is all the stuff I got. I'm gonna start off over here with this stuff. Okay, so all of this stuff I got at Alcone. So I got this super big, these individual packs of makeup remover, and I guess these are probably just something that I'll be putting in like kits for people, like new client kits and stuff like that, just individuals. And then these, of course, the ones that just kind of just pop up and I can pull one out or whatever, probably when I'm just doing like an individual's face or something and I need something to wipe it off my own hand. I never really actually have to wipe anything off of anyone's faces, so I guess it would just kind of be if, I don't know, if maybe they already had some makeup on, but I usually tell my clients to come with a clean, moisturized face already, because, you know, I don't know what people like to put on their face. You never know if people are like just funny about the cleaning products that you put on their face. So I usually, even though you're supposed to, as a makeup artist, you're supposed to have some sort of cleanser, moisturizer, whatever in your kit, I might carry a lip conditioner, but as far as that kind of product on someone else's face, I would rather them just do it themselves however they would normally do it. And sorry, like, I'm not in this video because I'm using my phone to record it, so it's just gonna be product in my hand. Okay, so also what I got from Alcone, now the whole rave about Alcone sponges, and this is my first time really ever getting anything from a lot of these, places, sorry. And whenever I watch, because I do like a lot of research or whatever, you could never stop learning anything. So I still, you know, watch a lot of YouTube videos, and I always see makeup artists rave about the Alcone sponges. And when I tell you this bag is so heavy, now I understand why people love the Alcone sponges and hate drugstore sponges. Now, it's not that there's anything, I'm trying to get this open, not that there's anything wrong with it, a drugstore sponge. A lot of people do complain that it comes apart on their clients' faces. I've personally never had that experience where it was just falling apart on someone's face. But you can tell these are just, I'm trying to open this up, that it's just a different quality. They're heavy, they're more dense. You can just feel the difference. I mean, this is, I wish you guys could touch it. It just feels like, I don't know, memory foam or something. I don't know. That's awesome. So I'm excited about that. I can't, honestly, at the Alcone station, I was just kind of getting stuff and I wasn't asking how much stuff was, like I should be. Yeah, that's bad, but you know, whatever. It was stuff that I knew I needed anyway. I got this steel mixing plate. This one was $7. They had one smaller than this, and then there was one bigger than this. So this is like the medium size. So it's just a mixing plate. If you got foundation that you want to mix together or whatever, you put it on there, you mix it. The spatula was sold separately, but it's just this heavy. It's steel, really sturdy product or material. But, I mean, you can always just go to a craft store like a Hobby Lobby or a Michael's and just get one of those painting trays where you put your thumb in it. I had one of those before. I was actually using one before, and it was just plastic. And they do have plates like this that are just plastic. They didn't have it at Alcone. They only had the steel ones. But, you know, whatever works for you. But, I mean, it wasn't bad. I forget how much the spatula was, but the mixing plate was $7. And I think this is a decent size, especially if you're just doing, you know, you're only doing one face at a time, so you only need so much on here. And you're probably not going to mix any shadows on. It's probably just going to be mostly maybe lipsticks or lip gloss and foundation. So now their disposable products, like I needed the mascara wands, and I don't know, they were just like really, I felt like the packages were kind of small. I haven't counted how many are in there. And then when I asked for like lip applicators, they gave me the kind with the brushes, and I kind of wanted the sponge kind so that I could dip them into lip gloss, because you kind of can't dip these into like a lip gloss tube. But I guess if I want to, like, I don't know, for lipstick, these kind of brushes would be okay. So I think, I mean, I know that I didn't ask how much they were because I already knew that they were cheap. I know online they were pretty cheap, so but I don't think that they were really giving a huge discount at the Alcone desk. So I did end up going to another table to get the lip applicators that I really wanted and some more wands, and they actually had a bigger package. But anyway, as soon as I walked into the place and I walked like within 2 feet of the Alcone table, this lady that obviously works for Alcone just jumped on me. And some of the way that these salespeople work, especially her, for some reason, like I couldn't say no to her. So, and I didn't necessarily need these, but then in retrospect I was like, maybe I should have actually bought more, but whatever. These are, Alcone sells a lot of different products. These particular lip glosses are by Embryolisse. I think I'm saying it right. And let's see, this one is Peace, and this one is Faith. And I mean, they smell so good. Look how pretty that is. I was like a leprechaun. It was just shiny and it was pretty, and she was older and she was just being so nice, and I had to get it. So, and it's got like a little mirror on the side, but they smell so good and they taste good. Not that you should be eating it, but obviously if you put anything on your lips, it's gonna get in your mouth. So they taste good, they smell good. It's really thick, and it gives you like a really nice thick layer. I'm just gonna swatch it on my hand really quick so that you guys can see it. Hopefully you guys can see it. I'll get it as close to the camera as I possibly can. Can you see that? Like, it's thick, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be good as far as staying in place. And it's pretty, you know, it's pretty well pigmented. They had like a plum color. Let me just do this one. That one was Faith, and this one is Peace that I'm going to put on. They had like a plum one, and it was really pretty, and she really wanted me to get that one. I think it's just probably her favorite. And it was nice, but I just kind of wanted to be in the neutral tones because I know that I have, I know that I have 2 weddings coming up. So I know that even if a bride would, you know, want to have something a little fancy and a little heavy, you still want to maintain some sort of natural look for them. And I thought these were good. So the darker one is Faith, and this lighter one is Peace. I mean, it's just so good. And I really wasn't expecting it to be like such a good product. I figured it was just something they were trying to sell. But no, it's a really good product, and in retrospect, I wish I would have gotten more. And I like that it comes with like a little mirror, so that way you can, when you're putting it on, and let's say you don't really have a mirror on you, or you're out somewhere, and you can actually see what you're doing. And you probably want to see, just because it's not like a regular lip gloss. It's like almost like a lipstick, so you want to see what you're doing when you're putting that on. So these were 2 for $20. Kind of on the pricey side for lip gloss, but because of the quality of the product and then the fancy packaging, they're going to charge you more. So I wanted to get the Ben Nye powder. However, the Ben Nye banana powder obviously was gone the first day. And the first day I got there super late. Like, it started at 8 and I got there like 5 hours after it started. So it was gone, and they weren't going to be able to replenish it. But they did have the Ben Nye. I got the Ben Nye Cocoa Tan translucent face powder. And let me see. I think this small one was 10. Was it 10? Or was it like 7 something? I don't know. But I know that the big one was like 15. So I can't remember how much this was. But this one is, you probably can't see it. It says 1.75 ounces. And it doesn't sound like a lot. But I guess maybe if you were in person, you would be able to see that's actually a really good amount. You're not going to use that up in anytime soon. They convinced me to get the Scandinavia Bridal Perfect Hold. Like, it's like it says a makeup finish, but I just like to call it kind of like a sealant. It's supposed to last up to 16 hours. What I wanted to do is get this stuff called like Blue Marble, and then there was one called like Green Marble, but obviously it was like the same type of brand. And it was for theatrical makeup. But the lady was saying, you know, you don't want to put that on your bride. It's going to create like a shell over their face and whatever. But I just felt like, I don't know, personally, if it was my wedding and my makeup artist wasn't going to stay there the entire time at the wedding to keep touching me up, and I know that I'm going to be crying, I want my makeup to be like stone up my face. I don't know, maybe that's just me. But they said that this is really good for brides, and this is specifically a bridal makeup finish. So last night, because I just got in last night from New York, but last night I kind of sprayed it just to see what kind of smell it had. It doesn't really smell good. It doesn't have a bad smell. It just smells like some sort of solution, you know what I mean? So I assume that once it dries, you're not going to be able to smell anything. It's just going to be odorless. But hypoallergenic, ultrafine longwear makeup setting spray, picture perfect hold. And so they say you just give it a really good shake before you put it on. So I don't know, hopefully that works out. I'll be using that on, I'll probably use this on more than just brides though. But I think it's nice that they do cater to the brides. But what I did wonder about was, do they just call it bridal and it's really like the same as the rest of the Scandinavia holding sprays? But it says award-winning mist extends makeup wear and controls excess shine for fewer touch-ups. So if I'm not going to be staying at a wedding, you know, which usually people don't want to do because you got to get paid by the hour if you're going to stay at a wedding to keep doing touch-ups and stuff, something to spray over their face to keep their makeup as long as possible is really good for them. Okay, so that was all the stuff that I got from Alcone. And I don't know, I really don't know what percentage their booth was off. It might not have been anything at all. All of these lashes, well, all of these lashes were from Ardell. They had a booth there, just a whole wall. I'll post a picture later, but it was just a whole wall of lashes. And I guess the deal was 4 for $10 or 8 for $20, and then their double up brands, whereas like basically 2 lashes on top of each other or whatever. The double ups were $5 a piece. Although I really did like a lot of the double ups, I did not want to pay $5 for them. And then these lashes I got from this place called Fantabulash, but we'll talk about that in a second. But so I just got like a bunch of Demi 120s. I got a bunch of those, and I got the 111s and the 118s, and I kind of feel like they're kind of similar, except for like the spacing and everything. I feel like they're kind of similar in the way that they're shaped and sort of. Okay, so I got those. I got some Claudias, some more Demis, and the 117s and the 111s are the same to me. The only difference I can see is, you probably can't see in there, it's the band, the way that the way that the fibers or the hairs are put on there, these just come straight down, and these on the band are kind of crisscrossed at the band. So maybe that's why they say these ones are natural and these ones are just the regular 111. So maybe that's what the difference is. And then they give you, with your purchase, they give you this for free, the lash grip. I personally love the lash grip. Duo is okay. Duo waterproof, I don't particularly care for, but I've always liked lash grip, so that was cool. Okay, so these. Now, this woman that was at the booth actually created this product. She, and I'm so upset that I don't remember her name, but I will be posting like a picture of it. And the booth was called Fantabulash, and I guess that's the name of the company. And she has alopecia. So she had no eyelashes, no eyebrows, and she wanted a product that she could, you know, get these on and keep them on, because I guess it might be hard to keep some lashes on if you don't have absolutely any at all and there's no base or foundation for the lashes to really sit on. So she created this product where you just kind of cut off like a strip of this, and then you bend it, and like it kind of pops up. It's like tape, and you peel the little blue piece off. The blue piece is off. And then what you do is you take your lash, and these came with lashes. You take your lash and you put it on the tape, and then you apply it to your lash line or right above your lash line, just the way you would put on your lashes anytime. And you can, when I say you cannot see the tape, you cannot see the tape. It is literally, it just looks like lash and eyelid. Like, that's how invisible this tape is. And what she did was, after she put like the lash on the tape, she put it on her hand, and she just started flipping it back and forth, just to show you how, you know, how secure the hold is with that tape. And I had to buy some. She also, let's say if you like it, if you like their product, you can actually sell for them. So, you know, she was just telling me about it, and she was like, you know, since she knows that I'm a makeup artist, she was telling me to vlog about it, and, you know, vlog and blog and do whatever, and if I like it, maybe I can sell for them or whatever, and just to contact them. So I think when I start doing the tutorial group parties, this is definitely something I'll be teaching people to put on that might have a hard time with glue or don't like to use glue or whatever the case may be. So I thought that was great, and I really thought it was great that they give out the Demi 120s with your purchases. I think this was the smaller package, and I think along with it, I think like it was like 12, and then I got 4 of these, but I kind of don't remember how much I paid at that booth. Okay, and let's see, this was for free. They were just giving it out. City Color was just giving out stuff, so there were girls in like just in the middle of everything, just handing them out. So what was this? I don't see, it doesn't say. I haven't really tried it yet. I swatched it on my hand when I was there, but I didn't have time to really analyze it. I was walking around trying to get to different booths. Okay, so that was for free. When I try it and test it out, I'll let you know how it went. I could not find, for the life of me, I could not find, this video is getting so long, but I couldn't find any eye primer. Like, every booth that I got to, they didn't have any eye primer. Alcone, actually, they did have some the first day, but then they were out of it. So I went to this booth called Yabby, and she said that they didn't sell eye primer, but they had a completely like stark white foundation that you can put on your lid before you put on the shadow. So I got that from them. I wish it had been, you know, bigger. Like, I really just wanted to get like a stick or a tube of something, but you know, you work with what you got. This was like $6, and I figure I might as well just get it because I need something, and I'll just order whatever later. So we'll see how that turns out. I haven't used a lot of this stuff yet. let's come to the pigments, because I'm excited about these pigments. Now, I wanted to get the I wanted to get the Naked like smoky palette that everybody just loves. Those were gone the first day. Those were gone. By the time I got there, like I said, I got there like 5 hours late. So like 4 or 5 hours late. So they were absolutely gone. But I did get their loose pigments. And they came in stacks. Oh no, this particular one that I got was, oops, ebony. The ebony stack. So when they come in the package, there's like a cellophane seal on them, but they're not actually stacked together like this. They all have caps on them. They're just packaged on top of each other. So the top one, you leave the cap on, but all the other ones, you take them off and then you put it underneath in the bottom of the other one and twist it on. But obviously, save your caps. So that way, let's say if you have a job and you know exactly what colors you're going to be using and you don't want to take the full stack, you can put the cap on it and just take one. But these pigments are unbelievable. So I'm just going to open one up so you can see. And actually, I guess essentially I'll open two because I want you to see it. Now, which one is this? Ebony. So this is EB02, and that is like the most amazing. It's showing up a brighter blue on this camera, but it really is darker, like a deep navy. It almost has like hints of purple in it. Just an amazing loose pigment. Let me see if I can get it in the light so you can just maybe see it better. I don't know if I'm making it worse. I don't know if that's blurry to you or not. I mean, just amazing loose powders in this one. This green one. So this would be 03. This one is like a silver one in there. A deep like steel silver. And then this is like a, that purple is amazing, but I just don't feel like trying to get to it. And then there was a gold, and then at the bottom it's like more of a black kind of silver. But I can't wait. I can't wait to, oh my God, I'm spilling some of it already. I need to hurry up and twist these on and leave them alone. But I can't wait to use those. This was, I think one stack was 15. I think one stack was 15, and then it was, or was one stack 30? I think one stack was 15, and then it was like, no, two stacks were for $50, and then one stack was for either 20 something or 30. But it was just, it's so worth it. I mean, these colors, I wish that I could get like a better look at it for you so that you can just see why it is so, these pigments are crazy, and I can't wait to use them because there are so many places that sold pigments, but and I didn't know where I was going to get pigments from. It was kind of like an overwhelming choice to make. But yeah, definitely made the right choice with the Naked pigments. I'm trying to like spin it so I can try to close it because I'm clumsy and I know I'll knock it over. Okay, let me just like push it aside so that I don't fucking do that. Ugh, excuse me. Excuse my language. Okay, so I went to Royal to buy some of their brushes. I thought that it was going to be really expensive to get their brushes, but it really just wasn't that bad. I got the Master Pro brushes, concealer brush, lash brushes, or a spoolie wand. Let's see, smudger brush. This is really just like a sponge on top. Their silk line. I got another I'm having a brain fart, another stippling brush for foundation. This was $9, this was $3, This was 2 for from their Brush Essentials line. I got another crease brush. It was like a, you know, just like a fluffy round tip crease brush. That was $4. This I'm excited to use. This is from their soft grip line. This is the SG190, and I guess it actually comes with a measurement on it too, so it says 3/8. But this, it's like, it's stiff, but it's soft, and then it has this like the kind of rubber grip that you see on pins. I cannot wait to use this. I think what I'm gonna do is, when I do my eyebrows, and I come in with the concealer, I'm probably going to start using this brush with the concealer, or at least I'm going to try it out. And I'm excited to use that. Half because of the way it looks, and partly because I feel like the shape is going to be perfect for that. Because I don't necessarily like to use the angle brush, and I've been using like just a flat shadow brush to do it. And this is kind of similar to that, except it has a little bit of a curve instead of like a sharp angle like the angle brushes do. So I'm excited about that. Got another contouring brush. This is also from their Brush Essentials line. Another Brush Essentials line. This is like a powder brush, but I'll probably use it for like blush or something. I don't know. I have other brushes, but you know, there's no rule to what brush has to go with what. You can use it for whatever works out best for you. And all of these brushes do have their own like numbers and codes, but depending on, you know, what line it is, because you see this is Brush Essentials, that's Master Pro, that's Silk, they're all going to have a different kind of code on it. So yeah, that was it for the brushes that I bought. Let's see, also from Royal I got one of their belts. And you know, this is a belt that just like goes around the waist while you're doing makeup. This would be my first time purchasing one of these. I can't wait to use it just to see how it feels, and if I like going and pulling it from my waist better than just pulling it out of like my brush case off of the table. Maybe it'll be easier for me and I'll really love it, and maybe I won't like it and I'll just set it on the table anyway. But it's got these deep pockets here, and then just lots of spaces, little spaces to put your brushes in. This was only $18. They were on sale. They had another one that was matte leather with red stitching, and I didn't really care for the way it looked. I mean, I know this is patent leather, and patent leather obviously is kind of synonymous with something being cheap, but it looked better, it looked better than the matte leather one to me. I don't know, I just thought that it looked kind of cheap, and they were both $18, so I decided to get this one. I mean, I do think it's cute. I don't necessarily go for patent leather or anything, but I mean, it's a belt, it's not a jacket, so that was fine. So I'll be excited to start using that. There was another booth called Morph Brushes. They had all kinds of palettes, brushes. I got a palette from them. I forgot what this palette is called, and it doesn't say on the box or on the bottom. Just some of them are shimmery eyeshadows, and some of them are just completely matte. And it was on sale already for $17, and then they marked it down to $13. I was like, okay. I didn't get a chance to swatch it because the table was flooded and I couldn't get to where it was, but I saw it. So somebody came, and I just told them I wanted it. When I tell you these are super pigmented, like, I got so lucky. Which one should I go into? I'll go into the yellow over here, and it's a deeper yellow than it's showing up on camera. Look how pigmented that is. And I just went across it lightly. So, I mean, you can tell that this is something, that will last you quite some time. Because the more pigmented your product is, the less of it you'll have to use. So, I'm really excited about that. Like, I feel like I really lucked up, because it could have went It could have went the other way. I could have bought it without swatching it, and it could have really sucked, and I would have been kind of upset. But 13 bucks, you couldn't beat it, and it's a really good product. So that was from Morphe Brushes. Also, they had these blushes, cheap brushes, $4 blushes, $4 a piece. They don't have like a name on the back, as far as like this one be like Sunset and this one would be like Midnight Stroll. They don't even have like code names for them or whatever. So I haven't even opened those up to try to swatch them or anything. I just figure, okay, blushes, because I wanted to get some Inglot blush, but I couldn't get to it. They actually had, Morphe Brushes actually had the lip applicators that I wanted, so I got them there. And then their wands, their pack of wands. Remember I was telling you how Alcone had the smaller one package? Look at the difference between Morphe Brushes package and theirs. And I think it's the same kind of brush, same size and everything. Their package just was bigger and had more in it. I'm getting prints all over the place. And I just got like a $2 eyelash curler from them. I think these were $3 and these were like $2 a package. Where else did I go? Oh, also from Royal, because I made like a $50 purchase there, they gave me this free kabuki brush. And it's got like a little slant to it. And it's super, super soft. Not really sure what I'm going to use that for yet, but that was nice. And I liked it. It's really good quality. I think it's synthetic, but you know, these days they make really good synthetic fibers. So, and that's super soft. Okay, so the really big ticket item that I'm excited about using is the Graftobian high definition foundations that I bought. This one is the Super palette. Hang on, if I can get it out of the package. I thought taking it halfway off would be easy for the video and I would just be able to slide it off. Obviously, I'm not that coordinated. But this is from Graftobian, and this is the Super palette in warm. And they had 3 different palettes, but then they also had like the smaller versions of maybe if you just needed certain colors. But this one is the warm. And at first, it's not showing up as warm as it really is in person. On the camera, it's not showing up as rich. But at first, you think, this is not going to be enough foundation. But this is super pigmented. It's thick, but it doesn't feel like you just got something dragging and heavy on your skin. But it gives you amazing coverage. So let me get one of these so I can just get this makeup off of this eyeshadow off of me, so I can dip my finger in it and swatch it for you so you can see what I mean. But this was on their site, and normally the Super palette is $75, so you can imagine if you order it online, because I don't think they have a store, so it's $75, and then there's tax, and then there's shipping, so you're paying a good 80 something to get it, or you know, 90. But so it's normally $75. They had it there for $66. Not the best deal, but a deal nonetheless, I guess. So I'm just going to swatch it really quick on my finger. And I wish that it would come up as rich as it is in person on camera. Sorry. I'm giving you a look at my house shoes. Just super, super pigmented. Amazing rich color, and it feels so good going on. Just amazing. So I can't wait to use those. And this is gonna, you know, last you a long while. I wanted the other 2 Super palettes, but I mean, it was just getting pricey, and I had other stuff that I needed to buy. You see me looking crazy? Ooh, yeah. Okay, so that's the super warm palette. And this, now, I really, really needed this. This is also a high definition foundation in the neutral palette number 3. And yes, they're cream foundations that I'm showing you guys. But this particular smaller palette, I don't know how much it is like on a regular day, but there at the booth it was $23. And I needed this so bad because when I have a darker client that I need to do contouring on, if your client is already dark skinned, obviously your contour is at least 3 shades darker than your normal skin tone. So it was hard to get like the proper contour on my dark skinned clients. When I tell you, I mean, this stuff gets dark. Like this color, it looks black, and honey, it almost shows up just black. Look at that. And like I said, the colors are more rich in person. You can't necessarily see the tint. In person, you could see that there's a difference between those two colors. But just perfect for some of my chocolate clients. So now I can use this for contouring, and or just normal foundation on someone's skin, and I don't really have to worry about it. So I really can't wait to start using those on my ladies. So I'm really excited about this. I mean, I'll still be using some of my other favorite like foundations and stuff, but I kind of wanted to switch it up and check out the Graftobian and have it as a primary foundation in my kit, because I heard such great things about it for so long, and I've just been so excited about trying it out. So I can't wait to use that. Now the thing about it was, I should have did a color swatch, but I don't know, maybe I was just really anxious in there. But this booth that's also related to Alcone, it's called RCMA, and they had a palette that looked just like this, casing and everything, except it did not say Graftobian. And I should have color swatched it just to see if the product was exactly the same, because it was $33. So I could have got it, if it was the same kind of product, I could have got it, basically this product, for half the price. So I don't know. I do plan on going to IMATS in November in Toronto, IMATS Toronto. So if RCMA is there, I'll swatch it, and then I'll get the 2 other super palettes that I wanted in the first place for half the sale price of Graftobian booth. But they did give me, this booklet, and you can, look in here and order stuff out. They also have pigments and stuff like that to order or whatever. Now Alcone, they also give you a book, but the Alcone book doesn't have prices in it. It's just like the codes for it or whatever. I don't know if that means you have to like call in order to actually get it. I don't know. I just feel like it's a weird waste of time to me. But anyway, so that's that. Now Inglot was flooded. I mean, I was even lucky that I got to the eyeshadows, and that's all I could get to. Like, I wanted to swatch their lipsticks and maybe buy some lipsticks. As you can see, I don't have any lipstick, and it's because I couldn't get to the Kyor station. Keisha Kyor, she was there the first day, but her booth was there for like, I guess, all 2 or 3 days, but I just could not get to it. But anyway, the shadows were $5 a piece. You pick out your shadows, and however, like, their cases, they come in like 2, 3 shadows, 5 shadows, what is it, like 8 shadows, 10 shadows. I wanted to get 6, but they didn't have a case where you get 6. So basically this is how it works. This is your case, and the top is magnetic. Haha. Oh. So the top is magnetic, and this whole thing is magnetic too. So you have, I put one shadow in there already. So you have your shadows, and you just kind of pop it in, and it just stays in there. Magnetic. And then let's say like you have a bunch of their eyeshadows, and you know you're going to be using specific colors for a certain job or a certain client that you have, and you don't want to carry all of your eyeshadows. You just switch up which ones you need, and you go. So I thought that was really cool. It was a really good discount. The Inglot table was 40% off. So this plus the 5 eyeshadows that I got were $33 altogether. And the eyeshadows are really pigmented. So you're getting your, I hate that stuff is not showing up the way I want it to, but you're really getting your money's worth. And I'm not going to go through, the video is getting super long, so I'm not going to go through all of the eyeshadows that I got there. But I really wanted some Inglot blush. But like I said, like I was there at the blush, and it was, I don't know, I was having a hard time picking out a blush, and the people there couldn't really help me because they were so busy trying to help other people. So I was like, I'll just come back. But then by the time I came back, I couldn't get to anything. And then the second day, it was just even worse because I went earlier. This is actually a gift for somebody. Should I show? Because I don't want her to see the video. They're just going to know what she got. Maybe I can just show the picture. Now, they are lashes. I told her I was going to get her some lashes. That model was actually there selling them. I don't know if this is her product or, I don't know, she's just someone who helps sell it. But she is a model. You've probably seen her in a lot of ads. And that's not her on the back, but this is her on the front. And the lashes were just amazing. They were 1 for like 8 something and 3 for 15. I didn't necessarily want to spend $15 on 3 pairs of lashes that, you know, I wasn't really going to wear all like that, because a lot of the lashes were really good, and then some of them were really dramatic. These ones that I have are really dramatic, but some of the other ones, they were really good. I just didn't want to. But these were Liberty Republic Fake It Premium. They're amazing. I'm just going to say that. So I hope the person that I bought those for are excited about it. And they give you the bag, and it comes with the card, and they give you a personalized like pin. I don't like that it says Fake It though. I don't know. I don't like that. But I think that's everything. All together, I don't know if I should say what I spent. I spent a pretty good penny though. I probably would have spent more if I had it, honestly. Just so that I could, because when I couldn't get to the lipsticks I wanted, I just bought other stuff. So, I mean, obviously the eyelashes were a decent deal, but the eyelashes that I get from my local beauty supply store, I feel like they're just as good as the Ardell's, and they're a little bit cheaper from the sale price that Ardell had at their booth. So, you know, that's whatever. I probably could have got a better deal on the Alcone. I probably could have got a better deal on the makeup removers if I would have went to the Morph brush and bought what they had there, because theirs were like bags like these for $3 a piece, and then they had the kind with collagen in them. They had the kind that were aloe. They had the kind with melon and all that other good smelling stuff that was still hypoallergenic. I probably could have got a better deal there, but when you go in, especially if it's your first time, it's so overwhelming. So you're just buying stuff at the first thing you go to, because it's such a big venue down at Pier 94 at the NYC, as is, I would assume, every venue that they go to from city to city. And it's kind of hard to say, okay, I'm going to check out every venue first, every booth first, and then decide later who's got the better deal. So now that I went for the first time and I know a little bit more, when I go in the next time, I'll know exactly where I want to go, what I want to get, and I can kind of be done with it better and have more time to sit down and listen to the speakers and watch people get the theatrical makeup done. So that will be in the prosthetic makeup. So next time, Toronto, November, I'll be there in a better mindset. I won't be so, you know, all over the place. So that was fun. I really enjoyed myself. It felt good to be in a space with other makeup artists who knew what you were talking about and understood you. And it's not easy to be, just for anything, it's not easy to be around someone or people or anywhere where you're the only one like you. So when you go into a venue and everybody's like, oh yeah, I do bridal makeup too. If you're looking for that shadow but it's gone, this one is very similar and blah, blah. Ah, see, I did it. I did it. I knew that I would do it. This video is over. I got to figure out how to get that back in there. Okay, I had fun. I hope you guys liked some of the stuff that you saw. I said I was going to do the haul. The haul is over now. I need to get that back in the bottle somehow. Okay, bye.